Jim, when you're done, I'll take. Gotcha. And we're back. Match 3 of 7, folks. We're here in Guatemala. Gary Mazeroff, Pablo Faria, and Jim Durham. Dean Bear will be back shortly. So, Jim, we have Team USA playing Team USA. Your thoughts?
Yep, and we also have really a tremendous forehand and a tremendous backhand. You know, Rhonda's backhand, Kelani's forehand is one of the best in the game. So, look for that matchup.
And right off the bat, we have a right side serve winner for Bailey Lawrence. This is a semifinal, the first of 2 for the ladies. Hopefully we can replicate what happened for the men, Jim.
Well,
congratulations, Landa.
Oh, Landa played an outstanding match. So did Acuna. Set up our finals.
In fact, so did Moscoso and so did Mercado. But
yes,
we're on the receiving end of those wins.
Tremendous. Both of those semifinals were amazing. Playing with heart, tremendous shot making.
Heart and soul.
Yeah.
So Rhonda finds herself with a 0-2 deficit in game 1.
There we are. There's that backhand we're talking about.
We're here in Guatemala here at Guatemala City at the Central Deportiva. Beautiful complex. Short serves.
With beautiful views of volcanoes, blue skies.
Winner will go to the final and play either Natalia Mendez from Argentina or Paula Langolia from Mexico. There's an appeal. Call reversed. No appeal used here in international play. So it's 1-2. Racquetball. She's been on this stage many times, Jim.
Yes, she has. And performed well many times.
Perhaps a bit of a surprise for many in the crowd that she got to this position.
I think so. But, you know, I think that the game that got her here is always in her. It just, she needs to just bring it out.
We've seen her smile more this week than perhaps in a long time as she rolls that ball out.
No, she's playing with passion, focus, and she is happy.
Congratulations to you and your staff for the success thus far. I know you're not looking forward, but...
No, there's another day. But, you know, players are great on Team USA. They're for each other, and it really shows.
Skip ball by Rhonda. She'd like that one back. She had the entire right side there, so Lawrence serving. Two-1.
They're working their way into this game, Gary. Yes. This is going to get better and better as we go.
Feeling each other out. And Rhonda plays doubles later today.
She does. Semifinals against Centejas and Mendez.
Continues to come down that right side.
Yeah, that's smart. She's trying to keep the ball on her strong side.
And away from Rhonda's strength on her backhand, so she goes reverse to the right on the Z. And Rhonda hits it down the line, retrieve. Ball live. Great shot, cross-court winner.
Kelani has a tremendous step stretch. She gets to a lot of balls you don't think she's going to get. Quite an athlete.
And Rhonda will play with Erica Mania in the doubles. And Kalani's mother will be coaching there, Malia.
Oh, good point. Tough. Great get by Kelani up front.
3-1, casing each other out here in game one. We're here in Guatemala. Racich versus Lawrence. Lawrence serving. 3-1. First of the ladies semifinal. Match 3 of our streaming. Went for the short crack, Jim. I called it short.
Almost. It was close. It was short, though.
Half lob left. Another skip by Rhonda, unforced errors.
That's been a little bit of a pattern this week. She skips early and then she finds her, she finds the stroke and starts really pounding the ball well.
14 countries here, 9 in the juniors. The juniors have commingled with the adult championships the last couple of days. This is the 20th edition of the IRF World Championships.
Wow, did you see that get by Kelani? She went a long ways to get that. Some of the best wheels in the game right there.
Yeah. Not only did she get there, she did something with it.
Put it away.
So it stays 4-1. Comes right. She had an earlier chance to put it away, left it up, but Rhonda couldn't take advantage, so it's 5-1, game one.
Going for that crack on first serve again.
Tomorrow we have Landa versus Acuna.
I like that. That should be a good one. Tune in. Both of those guys are playing great.
Absolutely. Ball live.
Wow. Nice dives by Rhonda. Kelani does a great job to stay in that point, put it away.
So we have a 6-1 lead in favor of Lawrence as Rhonda takes a timeout. 1 minute timeout in international play versus the U.S. 30 seconds. You can see we're going to stay here. Christian Longoria, Paola's younger brother, he's the head official. We have Kopandecki from Argentina as one of the lines persons, and Torres from Colombia as the other.
Yeah, and the way they run the referees in this event is professional, super well done.
Thank you for the compliment, my friend.
You're welcome. You deserve it. You know who's reffing your match. Things start, right on time. Professional referees.
Yeah, they're paid for their services. They're reimbursed for their expenses. It's a commitment. 2 weeks here. In fact, for some, a little bit longer. So we resume play. Bailey Lawrence serving. 6-1 game one. Women's first singles semifinal. So she changed her position in that service zone. Comes right.
I think maybe so she could, it looks like, get a better angle with that serve to Rhonda's forehand.
And Rhonda has to stay put a little bit to cover her across her body to the deep left. So she got that inside-out swing. It ended up being a point.
Yeah, and Kelani can still go Z-serve from over there.
Correct.
Wow, great backhand by Kelani.
At least the first two portions of this game is definitely controlled by Kelani here. Rhonda will have nothing of that. So let's start with the third portion, see if she can change the tone, if you will. 1-8. Rhonda goes with the drive Z deep.
That's an easy setup to skip right there.
Another unforced error.
Yep.
We've counted at least 3 with that forehand. Thank you for our production supervisor, Gatika, here.
It's a great serve by Kelani there. Pulled Rhonda all the way right, up against the glass.
So based on history, for Rhonda, time will heal, if you will. She'll come around, more comfortable with her strokes, eliminate a lot of those unforced errors.
Yeah, I don't expect to see him the whole match. That would be surprising. She's been playing well, beat the second-ranked player in the world to get to this spot.
Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina. She got beat early. No medal for Vargas this time, although her paisana Mendez will be playing in the other semifinal. So Rhonda gets her second point.
Mendez is a cool customer. That should be a tremendous semifinal.
And she'll be playing doubles with Centellas.
Yeah, that's a tough doubles team too.
It is. It's 2-8. Rhonda Racich, Arizona. Lawrence, I believe, lives in Virginia. Is that it?
Yes. And her mom is the assistant coach on Team USA. Has been doing a great job. Very knowledgeable about racquetball. Played on the U.S. team many times herself.
Yeah, she was a teammate of mine back in the 80s. 4-8. She comes with her patented half lob with the backhand.
It's a very good one, too.
Well, she got the setup she wanted. So she'll continue to work that. So we went from 1-8 to 5-8. Does Kelani call a timeout? The answer is no. Each player is entitled to 2 timeouts in each game.
She probably should.
Thank you, Coach. Neither player has a coach for this match. Well, not formally anyway.
No, it's been a long-standing tradition with Team USA that when 2 members play each other, that all of the players and coaches become neutral. We sit and watch.
Yes. Nice head fake. Comes to the right side. Back up top. So she left it up.
She skipped that. Yeah. Little unforced error by Kelani there.
She pulled a Racich on that one, huh? Much to her chagrin, much to the joy of Rhonda. So Rhonda's serving 5-8 in game 1. Gary Mazarov here. Jim Durham, USA coach, helping with the broadcast as a neutral observer.
A neutral broadcaster, that's what I am,
indeed.
Gary.
Just as we are. Dean Bear will be back. Pablo Faria will be back. 7 broadcasts today. This is 3. 6-8. Blink your eyes and she's converged the score. Christian Longoria, our head ref. She wants that one back, Jim.
When you're hopping on one foot and grimacing, yeah, I'm guessing you want it back, right?
That's Rhonda's such a fine athlete. She can do that and get away with it oftentimes. Timeout, Kelani. So each of them have used one of their 2 available. And we'll go on break right now. We'll be back. Stay tuned, folks.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
And we're back, folks. Gary Mazeroff, Jim Durham. We're here on the stage 5 court, exhibition court, tournament court, whatever you want to call it, here in Guatemala at Central Deportiva. Beautiful facility, 10 new courts. Wonderful area in Guatemala. Tons of great restaurants. We're eating well, are we not, Jim?
I am.
You're watching Kelani Lawrence serve to Rhonda Racich, both Team USA players. This is the women's semifinal, number 1 in singles.
There it is. That is, when Kelani takes that out of the air, she does that better than anybody in the world.
Okay, we're going to quote you on that one, buddy. 9-6. We believe you. Actions speak.
Yeah.
So she comes with that.
She finally found the crack. Oh, that was a good crack serve, I thought. She gonna appeal it?
Replay. I think what happened was the ball veered in the middle. Rhonda held up.
Okay.
Safety hold up. So it's first serve again. Thank you, Rhonda. Kelani says thank you as well. Okay, so now she goes with that wraparound serve into the video. The video is the glass on the right side. Tough to pick up, but it was a long serve. Case in point, Jim, her strength, backhand. Would she be better served hitting a reverse E to the forehand or just pushing a half lob down the forehand side?
I think the half lob.
Okay. We'll see if she changes it. Scores 9.
What?
8-9.
6. Well,
6-9.
The scoreboard says 6-9.
Okay, we'll believe the scoreboard. 6 sirve a 9. Sometimes, folks, we have technical difficulties with the scoring. It's internet-based, and sometimes the internet goes awry, just like the rest of us.
Right.
We go awry.
Yeah, my brain goes awry a lot.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the chat box comments, questions. We'll try to answer them all in a short period of time. You're watching Rhonda Racich serve to Kelani Lawrence, Team USA, Team USA. So now she came across her body there. Short.
That's a great serve right there. Pin.
Ball live. Another unforced
error, yeah. She had the setup she wanted.
Okay. So we have the score correct now. 9-7. 2-point lead for Lawrence. Comes right. And again, that video, that glass had an influence, Jim.
It's tough to deal with. There's shadows in it.
People moving.
It's similar color to the ball.
So the drive serves right more or less have not worked for either player. They've been short. Cross court winner, wide angle.
That is a beautiful wide angle pass from Rhonda Racich.
Casing each other out. Not a lot of emotion yet for the crowd. Remember, they're neutral, Team USA. Skip again. So we have an empate now, 9 serving 9 in game 1.
Rhonda's getting settled into the service box. Looking good.
Short crack.
That's a ace serve to the right.
First lead for Rhonda.
Can you see it? You can see it in her body language.
Kelani being more deliberate. Taking the 10 seconds. No. Cut that serve short. See if she goes with the backhand. No. Staying with the forehand on the second serve.
She's going to go
half lob.
Same half lob. She just did it with her forehand instead of her backhand.
Absolutely. Ball live. Not now.
Nice job. Kelani sets up on that and puts it away down the line. Nice shot.
First one to 15, folks. For those of you not knowing the rules of the game, win by 1. International Racquetball versus USA. Each player is entitled to 2 timeouts per game and 3 usable appeals. Oh, skipped. She'd like that over.
She would.
But for some reason in racquetball, we don't get a mulligan, do we?
I know we all feel like we should sometimes. The only mulligan I know of is I think on the outdoor 40 plus, you get 1 mulligan on a short serve per game.
Thank you for telling us. You hear that, folks?
Only for the serve, though.
Ball left up again, and still in play. Wow. Either player wants to end the rally.
Between the legs.
And there it is.
Oh, Kelani goes to that.
Great rally.
That is it. She is so good at that reverse pinch. It wins her a lot of points.
9-10, game 1. Lawrence serving, left side. Comes right again. Second serve. 3 years ago, the open division changed to include 2 serves. It had been 1 serve for years in international play.
Side out. Things are really getting tight right now. Both players playing tough. You can see the focus as they're really focusing in. Should be a good finish.
Thank you. Appreciate your input. So she went across her body that time. Where she's standing, it wouldn't warrant a violation for the drive serve, but a referee, if he or she thinks so, could call a screen.
For sure. They're very close to a screen.
So it's 11-9.
Rhonda has a tendency to walk out to the ball and away from the wall, and that's what keeps it from being a screen usually.
Yeah. In U.S. play, the serve starts with the motion, not in IRF play. It starts with the drop. All live. Bailey Lawrence keeps it up. Right back to her.
Oh, I'm surprised, Rhonda. That is a low percentage shot.
We call that fishing sometimes.
Yeah. It definitely called for a ceiling ball.
Much to the joy of Lawrence. So
Yeah,
it's 9-11.
Skip for Lawrence.
Jim Lawrence has hit a funk here. 9-6, now it's 9-11. Or I should say 11-9 in favor of Racich. So if you were her coach, what would you tell her right now?
She just needs to stop making unforced errors. Keep the ball on the forehand side.
That's what Malia, her mother, said yesterday about Erica Mania in doubles. Play your game. Just play your game.
Yeah.
Good things will happen.
That was a great backhand by Kelani there, right down the line.
Let's see
She
what
needs some points.
Let's see if she gives a different twist on the serve. She changed her position. No, she's going back to it. So she's left of center. She's going to hit a power serve. Still goes right. She did everything, but missed the shot until the second opportunity. Rhonda left it up for her.
Sweet backhand pinch by Lawrence.
The deficit now is 1, 10 serving 11 in game 1. That was an ace serve.
Rhonda's not appealing. Must have been good.
Yeah. Cut that ball. Same thing. Left up. Could have been an avoidable call.
Yep, that could have easily been an avoidable.
Bottom line, folks.
I think Kelani's, she's appealing it.
Bottom line is, you make a mistake, you should pay a price. That price should have been a point awarded for Lawrence. And you get the human factor here, where you got the lines persons and you got the head ref.
One went up, one went down on that, so the call stands.
And a loss of an appeal. In U.S. play, that would not have been a loss of an appeal.
No.
We encourage those racquetball aficionados out there to understand the nuances, the differences between federations and their rules. Skip ball,
Skip
another
ball
point.
by, yep. 12-11 Lawrence.
The changes in the mo. Now it's in favor of Lawrence. Time for a timeout from Rhonda, Jim?
I think so. Yeah, Lawrence has got 3 in a row.
Well, guess what?
Well, she's going
to get one with the towel timeout.
She's going to get a free one.
Exactly. There are a lot of free timeouts here. After this match. This way.
She has another timeout if she wants one. Racich does.
And she'll get a few of these as well. Also, if there's an equipment adjustment needed, if the play in USA players would have to use their timeouts till they don't have any left. Here they don't, they get a freebie. So it's 13-11 game 1. 2 from closing this out is Lawrence. Nice.
Beautifully done. You see the way the leg drive run ahead in that? She stayed low.
Didn't try to overdo it. Letting her skill set speak. So what's she coming with now?
Drive serve left.
Yep. It's tough to read, but she needs to get him over the line. So now she goes back with that backhand half lob with a Z angle.
Oh, that's the second time Rhonda's tried something cute from the backcourt. Hasn't paid off either time.
No change in score, 13-11. Comes right.
Nice stab. Oh.
Where I come from, we call that P-U-R-E, pure
Yes.
pass, straight in, straight back. Page 2 in the manual.
Yeah, that backhand is a thing of beauty when she hits it like that. Flat, powerful.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it here. Gary Mazeroff, Jim Durham, getting insight from the head coach of Team USA. This is the 20th edition of the World Racquetball Championships under the IRF banner. We're here in Guatemala City, the capital of Guatemala. So, Jim, what are your impressions of the city?
It's a beautiful city. You know, you see all the Christmas lights are out right now.
Gary with Jim.
Yeah, all the Christmas lights are out. The boulevards are beautiful at night. We're surrounded by volcanoes, one of them active, so you'll see these puffs of black smoke go out of them. And surrounded by what I call Simpson clouds, the big fluffy white ones.
And I understand you've received an invitation to come back. If you haven't, I invite you back. You'll be here, right?
Yes. I would love to go see Antigua as well.
Antigua, a beautiful city in a perfect world, about an hour's drive. And we're back. Rhonda Racich serving to Kelani Lawrence. It's game one of the first women's semifinal for singles. Now it's a 1-point lead in favor of Lawrence. Is this what the team doctor for Team USA ordered? A close match?
Well, I think yes. And our team trainer is going to have work to do too. He's been screen serve. There is the screen serve we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Got called by
screen
Mr.
serve.
Longoria.
Visual hinder, if you will, during a rally. It's a screen as well. It's on the serve. It's a fault serve for those of you new to the game. So second serve, Rhonda comes back with that backhand half lob, and Bailey takes advantage of that kiss off the back wall to pass her left side. And here's one of the freebie timeouts.
Right. Anytime there's a wet floor, you sort of get a freebie. And, you know, these old wily veterans, they can walk around, they'll point out another wet spot and then another one. Next thing you know, it's been 2 minutes.
Rhonda's been on this stage for many, many years, probably 3 decades. I remember meeting her in Salt Lake when she was 8 years old. I think it was 1988. She was on the bus going to the club in Salt Lake. It was the Rocky Mountain Regionals.
Really?
Yeah, with her late father, Dennis. And here she is, 30 some odd years later. Ball live. Not anymore.
Oh. Kelani's not arguing. Must have been 2.
So the score remains the same, 12-13 in game one. You see the head referee in the middle. That's Longoria, Christian. Fine player in his own right, and soon to be an abogado, a lawyer.
Really nice forehand by Kelani there. I think she's thinking about what serve. She's
second serve. Ball down. It's a pretty good serve. She had to make a good return from 38 feet.
No, that, like we talked about, that's one of the best backhands women's racquetball has ever seen.
Short serve. Right side. Another unforced error, Jim.
It was there for her. I'm sort of surprised she went to Lawrence's forehand.
I mean, she got everything she wanted. Another timeout called. We're here at the IRF World Championships. We'll be back. Stay tuned, folks.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
And we're back, folks. Gary Mazeroff, Jim Durham. Guatemala City. Kelani Lawrence serving to Rhonda Racich. First game, 13-12. First 15 wins that game. It's the best of 3. If it goes to third game, tiebreaker, 11 points. Regardless of the outcome, the USA will earn 2 medals off this match. It's a semifinal match. And now Kelani has game point number 1 in her hands.
It's a great backhand kill.
Try again. Here we go. What serve she coming up with, Jim?
She's walking to the right side. Forehand serve down the line.
So she comes left that time. She moved right, went behind herself to left.
Just a bit short.
She hadn't done that in a while. She's been going right side consistently, keeping Rhonda off balance, stretching for that return along that glass. Now she goes left.
Nice stretch. Tough shot by Rhonda.
Cashed in on that setup by Lawrence. Staves off 1 game point. Screen serve called by the head official, Longoria. We said earlier it's not an obligation because she didn't invade the drive serve line, but the ref has the option to call it if he or she thinks it is a visual hinder.
Yes.
Second game point for Lawrence. Short crack.
Ooh, that was close.
Looked good, didn't it? No appeal. All right. Some type of defensive serve with the forehand. Pushes. Oh, Rhonda staves it off again. 12-14 it remains.
Rhonda's hanging tough, but she needs to score some points. She's not scoring on her own serve.
Wasn't a bad serve, but it kissed off the back, and Bailey.
At this level, when that serve comes off the back wall, it's not going to gain you a point very often.
Third opportunity for Lawrence. Reverse. Left up. Pinch winner.
Wow.
Staves off 3. Game points. Now Racich. Can she close this out? Once again. So that was short. Referee's been consistent with the screen calls as well, and that's what you want. You want consistency. Goes up top. Pretty.
Sweet put away by Lawrence.
Game point number 4, Lawrence, game 1, women's semi, number 1, 20th IRF World Championship. So happy to be here for the broadcast right now. Gary Mazarov, Jim Durham, partner Dean Baer's taking a lunch break. He'll be back.
I thought, is she going to appeal that? No, she's not.
No, side out.
Looked like that might have skipped.
Goes right. Set up. Oh,
Yep.
Rhonda wants that one back, Jim.
Well,
right in her wheelhouse. Boom, right back to her.
She didn't hit a bad shot, but Lawrence was there. I mean, Lawrence anticipated that and was all over it.
Another opportunity to close this out. I believe it's number 5. It's left. All live.
That's going to be trouble.
Right angle. All down.
Oh, no, 2 bounces.
2 bounces. So Rhonda has staved off 5.
She has. Kelani had her forehand setup right
Yes,
there.
she did.
She had the setup she wanted. She just flew it off the back wall.
For some reason, you and I aren't feeling the nerves she's feeling.
No, yeah, it's always easy sitting in a chair and watching.
Wow.
Great backhand cross court by Kelani Lawrence. I mean, Rhonda has had, they've each, how many side outs have we had now?
6.
With no points being scored on either side.
Still 14-12. 12-14, primer set. She skipped that one in, Jim.
That's game.
Just 7 opportunities a game, and Kelani Lawrence cashes in 15-12. We'll have a 2-minute break. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Jim, thanks for the assistance, my friend.
You're welcome.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Manolo Beltran. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
We're back here, championship court. Team USA playing against Team USA. Racich will serve. Lawrence will receive in this game 2. Lawrence won game 1, 15-12. Gary Mazarov, Dean Baer. We're here in Guatemala City. This is the first of 2 women's semifinal singles matches. Rhonda will go play in doubles as well today in a semifinal against Team Mexico. First to 15. Wins game 1 and 2. Tie break to 11 if it goes that far. serving to Racsich from Arizona. The winner will play either Mendez or Longoria in the final tomorrow. That will be the next stream match here on the championship court. Neither player has the external help from a USA coach. They're neutral for this match. Short serve. Our head official is Christian Longoria from Mexico. Marian Torres from Colombia is on the right as a linesperson. And Franco Copandecchi from Argentina on the left-hand side as a linesperson. So it's 0-0 in game 2. Rhonda trying to force a tiebreak. Appreciate all you folks in the chat box. Go USA, go Kelani. Questions or concerns, please let us know and we'll return the favor as soon as we can. Point for Rhonda. That's point number 2, I believe. Comes right side, wide angle. She held up. Is that an avoidable hinder? That's the question. Safety hold up first. Looks like a replay, so it's 0 serving 2. Skip in. First point for Lawrence here in game number 2. 1-2. So we have empate, 2 igual, 2-2. Game 2. Side out. No surprises here. It's going to come down to execution. Both players know each other. Nuances. What the strengths or lack of strengths are. Side out. Textbook pass right side by Bailey Lawrence. Apologize, folks. Her married name is Lawrence. I know her as Kelani Bailey, so we'll add the two names together. Skip ball. 3-2. Rhonda's unforced errors were the reasons she lost game 1, 15-12. She made a host of unforced errors. Side out. Thank you to Gatika for his professional skills, not to mention his playing skills. Production skills here on the IRF. We got a Rhonda rooter in Bonnie Verones. Britkowski, go USA, he's neutral. And Carroll, Archer, Curtis, Go, Kelani. So 1, 1, and 1. Side out. So Lawrence is asking for a screen. There's an appeal. There's a language barrier here, so that's why she came out of the court to explain. Three-two replay. Ball down. Lawrence serving. Once again, the winner will earn a berth in the final tomorrow. That'll be a stream match, of course. We'll have 4 stream matches. Men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles. On the men's side, singles, we already have the candidates, candidates for the gold medal. Alejandro Landa from the USA playing Andres Acuna from Costa Rica. Congratulations to both of those fine players. Meanwhile, we have a 4-2 lead in favor of Lawrence. Two serves in the open class, as well as all the other classes now for IRF play. One difference between US and IRF on the timeouts. The length is a minute in IRF play, also 2 per game. Nice shot, winner, Lawrence. 5-2, 5, sirve a 2. Segundo set. La capital, Guatemala City. About 1 million people live in the city here. In the metro area, we are told about 7 million. 17 million or so in the country. Both players are favoring that left side. It's a little surprise from our vantage point since that glass is over there. Very difficult to pick up. Another free timeout, wipe the floor. Make sure we have safe and fair conditions. Number one concern as a player, a referee, a coach, make the playing field fair and safe. Great serve, weak return. Ball live, goes cross court again. I want to congratulate Moscoso from Bolivia and Mercado from Colombia. Both went down in the tiebreak. Great matches, nothing to be ashamed about. Both of them will medal in bronze. Short hop. Okay, so that's going to be a dead ball hinder. Kelani didn't want to swing. Kind of shortened her swing. Rhonda ran into her path. So first serve, 7-2. Short crack serve, stayed up. Pure, right side, winner. Racich needs to amp it up a little bit. The longer she waits, the worse it's going to be. force a tiebreak here. There's an opportunity, and another unforced error. That's been the tone of this match so far, folks. Too many unforced errors on the part of Rhonda. Z, different twist on that serve from Lawrence. And she wins a reverse pinch to the left corner. Mixing up her serves. Rhonda able to end that rally, reaching for that right side drive serve. 2-8. Racich, los Estados Unidos. Recibidor, Lawrence, Estados Unidos. Hit the Z, came off the back. No problem, she says. I'll wait one shot and I'll roll it out in the right corner. Thank you to our local sponsors, our international sponsors as well. Dean will come back and thank them personally. Back to the ceiling. Roll it out. Piso. Okay, so the call is a rollout. There was an appeal that it skipped. The lines people agreed with the referee's call and appeal used. So Rhonda now has 2 usable appeals rather than 3. Comes back. A serve. Timeout on the floor. When we resume play, Lawrence will be serving 10-2 in game 2, trying to close it out. We'll come back.
The Colorado Springs Sports Court brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
We're back, folks. Gary Mazeroff with Rafael Gatica. He's our production supervisor right now. Dean will be back for the next match. We're watching the first semifinal. USA versus USA. Lawrence serving to Racich. Lawrence won the first game 15-12. She has a nice lead 10-2 in game 2. Side out, good timeout. Rhonda's running out of time. She needs to converge this lead and overtake her to force an 11-point tiebreak. Appreciate all of you tuning in, sharing the chat box with us on the IRF. Point number 3 for Rhonda. Continues to come across her body, and 2 straight points. Lawrence adjusting her strings, taking the 10 seconds. Once the referee calls the score, each of the players has collective, at the same time, 10 seconds to count to be ready to serve and or receive. Second serve. Half lob left. So the call is double fault. There's an appeal. Call stands. Rhonda lost another appeal. So she should be down to 1. Our vantage point on the scoreboard is difficult, so we're speculating. Meanwhile, Saque Lawrence, 10 serve a 4. Corta bola. Segundo servicio. Neither player has a coach formally for this match. Goes with the Z. To quote our buddy Baggers, too loose of a serve. That ball kissed off that back for an opportunity for Racich, and she took advantage of it. No change on the score, it's still 4-10. Setup. Winner. Make it 5-10. Best wish to Luke St. Ange, Colorado Springs, Gustavo Farel, El Paso, Texas. Another point for Racich. Oh, wrong one. 6-10. Second serve. It's either a short serve call or a screen. Comes with the Z, half lob Z. Front wall, sidewall, kiss winner for Racich. Bottom line, it's point number 7 for Racich. When we return, it'll be a 3-point deficit. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll stay here. International Racquetball Federation, 20th version of the World Championships. The first one was 1981 in Santa Clara, Northern California. That was part of the World Games. The next one was 84 in Sacramento. Thereafter, it's been every 2 years, except for this year, because 2020 was void due to COVID. So we're really in the 2020 event here in 2021. Therefore, next year we'll have the 2022 version in San Luis Potosí in Mexico. We're also here at the 32nd version of the World Juniors. We're watching Rhonda. Racich serve to Kelani Lawrence, 7-10 in game 2. Half lob, short hop forehand, outright winner cross court. Lawrence has been in a funk for a few innings here. She needs to score. Looks like she's going to come across her body with that forehand. No, inside out swing right side. Rhonda did what Kelani did, takes it off the short hop and rolls it. No change in score, 7-10. Z. Ball up. Oh, another unforced error by Racich. That's been the difference in the match again. 10-7, no score change. Needs a point, as Lawrence does. She comes across her body that time, but not a great serve. Came way short. It's as if she's not sure what to do here. She doesn't have the coach to help her. Okay. Set up. Thank you, Tammy Milks. Appreciate your input. 11-7. Mientras 11 sirve a 7. Lawrence sacando. For Tammy, we'll come up with some other anecdotes for you. Bailey trying to close this out. What an opportunity for her. Rhonda's been on that stage. 12. Thank you. 12-7. 3 points from a berth in the final. Half Z lob, right side. Set up. Another unforced error on behalf of Racich. Guess what, folks? 2 points from a title berth is Lawrence. That's the angle she wanted. She didn't clear the short line, so it's second serve. Moves far right. She'll probably go with the Z. Rhonda takes a backhand there. So it reverts back to first serve. 13-7. Well, looked like it's short. Is she going to appeal? And the answer is no. See if she goes with that Z right side. She does. Rhonda takes it with the forehand this time and rolls it out. So no harm done there. 7-13. 1 point at a time, Rhonda. Comes with that cross the body forehand serve. Looks like she's amped up that point. Oh my. Rhonda can't believe it. Great athleticism from Kelani. Had the wherewithal to get the racket on the ball and roll it out. Still at 13-7. Looked like he foot fault there. No call. Rhonda goes down. We'll have an official time here. Regardless, it should be a point scored. We'll see what happens. First and foremost is the condition of Rhonda. We're not sure what led to the fall, whether she tripped on her own behalf or whether she tripped over Lawrence. We're not going to speculate. Roger Fleming, the team trainer, is out there. When we get a report, folks, we'll share it with you. So an injury timeout is allowed when there's bleeding and or there's contact. We certainly had contact that time, either with her opponent's racket, or the floor. Muscle cramps don't apply. Pre-existing conditions don't apply. collectively, each player is entitled, per match, each player is entitled to a total of 15 minutes. Hopefully Rhonda can continue play. She has another match, no less, today in doubles. And hopefully for her, singles tomorrow in a final. Doesn't look good, regardless of what it is. She's being assisted off the court by Roger Fleming. So she has 15 minutes. We will be back, folks. Take it away, Rafael.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play it, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
And we're back, folks. You're watching Kelani Lawrence, 2 points shy of earning a berth into the final of the women's singles. Unfortunately, her opponent, Rhonda Paisan, took a fall on the previous point. Not sure what the outcome of that point was. As it stands now, it would be a replay if Rhonda continues. She's entitled to an injury time. Once the injury time is called, then the head official starts the clock. Ultimately 15 minutes. If she uses 15 minutes and needs more time, she can use the one remaining regular timeout she has, which would 1 minute. So she could get 16 minutes. We don't know if she's going to continue or not. So we're going to throw in some anecdotes here. This is Gary Mazeroff with Dean Baer. Dean will be back for the next match, which will be Mendez from Argentina versus Longoria from Mexico. The rooters out there for Rhonda being okay. Roger Fleming from Georgia is the team trainer tending to Rhonda right now. So we mentioned that World Championship started in 1981. Next year will be the 21st version in San Luis Potosí. We also have the World Games next year in the summertime in Birmingham, Alabama. That's a quadrennial event, multi-sporting event, 30 to 40 sports, racquetball being one of them, squash as well, team handball as well. The last one was in 2017 in Poland. Racquetball was not part of that because Poland, as we know, has no racquetball formally. The previous one to that was 4 years earlier in 13 in Cali, Colombia. In 2009 in Kaohsiung in Taiwan. Since '81, 12 countries have hosted the Worlds, from Canada to the north all the way to South America, Venezuela and Bolivia in South America, Dominican Republic and the Caribbean, US of course, and Mexico. 14 cities have hosted it, the 12 from each country, and then US has had 2 cities hosted, Orlando in '86 and Phoenix in '96. Korea has hosted it 2004 and 2010. Excuse me. Yeah, 2010. Once in Seoul, South Korea, and the other in a suburb called Anyang. Ireland has hosted it 2008. Germany hosted it in '88. So 12 countries, 14 cities, 5 continents. So racquetball is worldwide. In order to get into the Olympics, we're going to have to get the inclusion of some countries from Africa. Coming from this reporter anyway. You're watching Kelani Lawrence stay loose on this championship court. I want to thank our local organizing committee led by Dr. Estuardo Ware. He's the president of the federation. He's also on the board of directors for the IRF and PARC, Pan American Racquetball Confederation, which arguably is the most potent governing body regionally in the world, because most of the growth in the sport is in Latin America, and we hope to change that with more development elsewhere. There are 9 countries playing in the junior event, which has merged with this event 2 days ago. We'll be here through next weekend completing the juniors. 5 countries that are in the Worlds are not in the Junior Worlds. Korea, South Korea that is, Japan, Dominican Republic, República Dominicana, Irlanda, Ireland, and Estados Unidos, United States. They are not fielding a junior team for this event. 2022 calendar, we'll have the first international event in Bolivia in Santa Cruz de la Sierra, the Pan Am Championships. We'll have the Worlds in San Luis Potosí, Mexico. As we mentioned, we'll have the World Games in Birmingham, Alabama, USA. World Senior Championships, 37th edition in Albuquerque, New Mexico, end of August next year. And we'll have the World Juniors, I believe, right back here at this Complejo Centro Deportiva. So we'll be back. Rafael's going to take it to break for some advertising. Thank you, folks, for tuning in.
The Colorado Springs Sports Court brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
Who passes the flag to William Bell.
We're back to the championship court, folks. We had some questions from our audience. Are there bids for the Worlds? The answer is yes, when there are multiple countries interested. Samarano. Noel Callahan, it's great to hear from you, buddy. The reason the Worlds have been recently in the Latin American countries, it's a numbers game. You need a minimum of 8 courts. You tell me where an 8-court facility still exists in Europe. And for that matter, even in the States that's wanting a tournament of this size. This is a new complex. It opened for this event, and there are 10 courts. If you go to Bolivia, there are a minimum of 4 countries that have multiple court facilities. Cities you've never heard of. Colombia, we had a tournament in Barranquilla a couple years ago. So that's the reason. We did have the Worlds in King's Court, Dunari, back in 2008. They had 5 courts that time. But it's just not, the way the sport's evolving, it's just not accessible anymore. So I hope we answered your question. Thanks for your input, Damien and Noel. So when we resume play, we're going to ask Christian. 13 o 14. Ok, entonces vuelve. Side out. Okay, so gracias. So it's a side out. An avoidable hinder was called against Kelani, failure to move, we believe, which triggered the fall. And now we have 8-13 in game number 2. Rhonda trying to force a tiebreak, which would be 11 points. Short serve called. Rhonda moving around gingerly. She will finish the game, we're confident. Hobbling. Kelani can't let down. Skip. 13-7, excuse me, 13-7 on the championship court. Thank you, Mike Masecki from Hamburg, who hosted the Worlds in 1988 in Hamburg. They had 11 courts at the time. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, you're down to 3. No change in score as Rhonda comes in to serve, trying to converge the lead. 7-13 in game 2. Bailey Lawrence, that is, won game 1, 15-12. Appears that Rhonda is going through the motions. If she's completing this match, chances are she'll attempt to play in the doubles along with Erica Mania, her partner. So now we have match point number 1 in favor of Lawrence from the USA. Next match on this court will be Mendez from Argentina versus Longoria, Mexico. Unfortunate series of events. Side out. Don't want to take anything away from Lawrence. She's been in control of this match from the outset. So Racquetball staves off match point number 1. Wraps it around. Hinder ball called. First serve. Thank you, Michael. Mike from Hamburg now they have 2 courts. And how many does Bad Tolz have? Do they have 3, Mike? Match point number 2. Comes right side. Ball live. Rhonda injured, but still leaves her feet. Oh my. Kelani Lawrence 2-0, 15-12, 15-7 over Rhonda's Racquetball. And Kelani will play in the final against either Mendez from Argentina or Longoria from Mexico. This is Gary Mazeroff signing off momentarily. We'll have the next match, the second of the 2 women's semifinals in the singles. Take it away, Rafael.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Manolo Beltran. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
The Colorado Springs Sports Court brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringsports.org.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The first finalist on the ladies' side, Kelani Lawrence. I did pronounce the maiden name on one of the broadcasts, so I apologize to you personally. But congratulations. You had to go up against your fellow country woman, and that's got to be just tough, not having your coaches kind of help you.
Yeah, it was definitely weird not having my coaches there, especially since my mom is here as one of the U.S. team coaches. So I can't even text her, if she's watching back home. She couldn't help at all. But it was especially hard trying to call the appeals. Should I do it? Should I not? It's kind of, who do I look at? So it's kind of all up to you to do that. But I just knew going in that Rhonda would be tough. I mean, obviously I lost to her at our U.S. Nationals in the finals. But I played her many times before. So I did have a game plan going in, but also knowing I needed to stay focused no matter what happened in there, even if we needed injury timeouts, trying to stay focused during that 15-minute break.
Yeah. Before we talk about that, working with Team USA and having 2 of you in the semifinals, that's just a really good thing for USA Racquetball, correct?
Yes. I mean, it's been so long, I think, since we've actually had that. So it was just an awesome feeling. I was so happy for Rhonda when she took out, everyone she did on her way. I mean, she was ranked 15 and me 11 going in. So 15 seed and 11 seed in the semifinals is pretty crazy. But it's awesome that it was the U.S. I just wish I didn't have to play her in the semis, of course. We always hope for a USA final. but one of us had to win today. So that was a good thing. We knew USA was moving on, so it just depended on who it was going to be. But very excited to win.
Well, it's Kelani Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen, a trip to the finals. Is this the first finals for you in an international competition?
It is. This is my first World Championship tournament. The last time I actually was getting married, so I couldn't go. I did qualify to go to the Worlds in 2018, but couldn't. First World Championships, first time I've ever made a final in a singles pro event or international event, so I'm super excited.